expect from this Epsilon lineup at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing, because that makes me quite curious to see what they're going to bring to the table here. And how, I mean, because these are all new teams, how do they prepare for each other? I think it's easier to prepare for Titan than it is for Epsilon in certain situations, because like here, you know, they've got 2 AWPs, but I don't know, I think it remains to be seen how this Epsilon lineup will play generally.
It is quite weird, isn't it? Because maybe you'd assume as well that the teams would start with just like trying to be like, okay guys, let's just spend the first like month getting the fundamentals down. But either way, pistol round coming up, got a slow start to it with Epsilon just chilling. Maybe looks like a delayed mid take could be in the works here. We see that as that smoke dissipates, Izzy's going to make a showing to see what's going on. Apex with the vents position though. And look at this. Titan have a very strong presence on mid, but it's very covert at the same time. It's not easily spotted out, but Existence, nice little headshot there. And look at this, Maniac going to spot one over his head there as FACEIT gets taken out. So they're playing into the arms of the Titan lineup so far.
So Existence is, or has historically been widely regarded as the most respected team captain in Counter-Strike, at least existing, you know, current Counter-Strike. So I wonder if we can expect to see superior tactics from him here. Scream being
Dirty
Scream.
dog.
Because it's a Scream, like this is all entirely doable here, even if it was 1v5.
So Scream going to go for the fake plant. They're actually quite far away, so you can get away with the plant, but it's hard for him to know that. So he's going to try to scout out for some info. Got the time to use. Here goes the bomb. Going to expect him close. He's going to hear the footsteps. He can't put a foot wrong himself, though. Scream going to take down the first onto Kenny S. Just looking for the third kill. Now he gets it, Scream! You badass, you. Going to get the triple kill right at the end there to save the round for Epsilon. It looked completely out of their hands. Titan were all over that. Did you see that mid setup, James? Did you see it? It was so good. But either way, when it comes down to it, you got Scream with a Glock and 3 kills to save it.
Scream only understands headshots. Nothing else. He doesn't know grenades. He doesn't know, like, meat shots, leg shots, nothing, only headshots.
And there goes the Molotov to stop any quick pushes from Scream.
We've got 3 sets of armor here. Apex with the helmet for Titan. Going to be leading the way, going helmet first. And Kaylee with the Deagle, just holding a flash here on the B bomb site. But you can see an extremely passive positioning here. GMX putting as much distance between him and potential ZZs as possible. Just hugely, hugely passive here from the terrorists.
Yeah, this is really scary, actually. You know, this they went for that buy. Did Titan? They got some armor and some nades and deagles in the mix. So this is going to be interesting to see how this goes, because Epsilon, of course, are massive favorites for this, but one stray deagle bullet could change everything in this round. They're making their way up slowly on mid. Really taking their time.
Some key info there from Kenya speaking main, which allows the CTs to rotate. You can see he's got one going towards mid. And Maniac gets a kill on Uzi there, which is going to be a gun down for the T side. And now, oh my god, it's all falling apart here for Epsilon.
FACEIT are going to take down Existence on the approach towards B. See if he's able to pick up any more kills, though. Looking around the corner, going to take down Kaylee. He's going to try to face for more. If he can get it, barely with the last bullet. But Apex comes in from behind, and they take the round. Ridiculous stuff there from Titan. They managed to hold it strong and steady. And the right peaks. This is the danger of short, man. Short's really dangerous. You've got to be careful of moving up short. It seems like a good position sometimes, but you can see the quick peaks that are possible for CTs there.
Yeah, I mean, that was interesting. I was going to say, as that round was continuing, that the T side, while they were being passive, they didn't have the most map control. Again, you saw GMX was almost in T spawn looking towards B. They didn't have anybody in A main. Kenny has peaked A main, and that basically closed off a huge swathe of the map for them, and they allowed them to put more people in better positioning in the remainder of the map. And because they lacked those control of those key areas, it gave them less time to actually take a bomb site. And then you saw the mayhem that happened in the end. Maniac threw the bomb down instead of planting it to try and clear CT spawn to make the post-plant situation better for them, but his teammate got picked and they lost the round. So it's going to be 1-1 here with Epsilon now on the eco.
Oh, I like this. We see the Molotov actually on SF. This is probably going to be used for the back boxes here, because it's good at flushing out the players from those positions. Yeah, this should be used on the back boxes. Let's have a look. Oh, no, he's actually not going to throw. He can't see through the smoke, so looks like Apex is going to gun them down through that smoke. It's going to... should be pretty awkward, but still very doable here for Titan. They're making the kills happen. Maniac does go down there, and the back boxes indeed gets lit up, but just GMX and Scream left. Once again, Scream against unreasonable odds here, and he's not going to be able to pull it off this time.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for GMX. I mean, he threw the flash, but he peeked before he could actually fire his gun and offered no offense and got taken out, which is unfortunate. They could have done some more economic damage there, but just a little bit early on the trigger there. And no trigger could be pulled.
Those were some nice counter grenades.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking of grenades, it is a full house here for Team Titan.
4 Molotovs, actually.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, Molotovs are fantastic, especially against ecos. As we saw in Overpass, obviously it's not going to be that tight an entry into the B bomb site here, but the Molotovs are going to do significant damage if they go down. Epsilon looking to play it a bit slower, however, probably expecting anti-eco nades coming in. Information gathering there from Uzi. Just peeking on his own with his teammate behind him. DMX gets the tag with the Deagle. Doesn't manage to clear the B bomb site, and we've got 3 terrorists currently in no man's land and nobody on the B bomb site for the CTs.
I like how Titan are playing this very shy on mid. It's really, really nice. And Apex, great stuff, gets the double. Scream and FXO. As Epsilon is still trying to find some footing here. Another frag would be wonderful, but they can't quite pull it off. They only got 1 kill that round, so that's the only economic damage they really did. But we can see that, imagine if they got like 3 or 4 kills there, or even 2, it'd be a much different situation for the money. We can see that Kaylee, that's how he looks after he had to rebuy. So, by the fact that they weren't able to really rack up many kills here, it's going to make their life harder, winning those or getting to the force eco. And it's like FXCO's got the AWP. He's going to go for that shot we saw in JW. Doesn't quite get the shot though, but pretty close. And Epsilon probably looking at a slow start here.
We've got 2 people pushed all the way up. Oh, we've got the counter boots we're talking about from the CTs here. But are they going to find anything? When I got down again. And Scream left on 6 HP, so caught unawares by the CTs there, but no frags yet for either side.
Oh wow, 2 players pushed in B storage. Look at that, look at those positions there. I don't think Epsilon have any idea. I think GMX saw some bullets through the smoke there, but look at this. This is so deep. They can leave that guy there and just fall all the way back. It's really interesting stuff here from Titan. Kenny S going to take down FXO though, and Uzi does get the trade onto Kaylee, but it looks like Titan coming out huge with these kills. Existence, that position too good, gets the double, and now it's all falling apart for Epsilon, who were trying to find something in this round, but they're getting suffocated by Titan rather. And SF and Scream now looking for a push, a free frag would be quite nice, but Titan not giving it over just yet.
Yeah, just keeping control of the bomb sites, playing passive. They don't need to push the terrorists now, especially with AKs in their hands, and they have control of the bomb. Although we can see Scream with 6 HP is going to be just hanging around T-spawn for the time being, so it looks like they're going to go for the save here. I mean, it would be crazy for them to go for the push. Better off saving the AKs. Going to use multiple smokes from the cadavers around the map to kind of cut off as much as possible. Is he going to hide in the smoke, or
we're
about to find out?
Yeah, go for those saves. Just delay as much time as possible with the smokes. It's really smart actually, and they will keep those weapons alive. So we're seeing a Scream with an AWP there. Obviously, he'll be able to give that to FXO if he wants to, unless he wants to keep it. Depends on the spawns as well. I mean, if you get a really good spawn for B, then that can be a really nice pick to make. So you can throw it over to the guy with the best B spawn. But we see that they get quite a far back spawn actually here. So it's GMX who's the first man towards B. FXO going to charge on forwards here. He might go for this pick on mid. Let's see if FXO can get it. Does miss the flick shot and even gets taken down by Kenny S. Huge loss there for Epsilon. And now they've got to go to a plan B. What can they make work with 4 people?
As we've got one guy, GMX, outside B. I don't think his position is known, but Existence is now holding the angle with Kaylee holding the other one, and doesn't pull the trigger fast enough, and Scream rips his face off. That's going to be a close casket funeral there. And V has been smoked off, so we won't see any advance from the T's just yet. It is 4v4, so that is slightly in the T's favour here, with the CT side stretched out over 2 bomb sites. Have committed to the B bomb site for now, with only 1 person left on the A bomb site for Team Titan. That is Maniac. And T's still stuck outside B for the time being, with SF just holding mid, watching for the flank. Kenny S, though, is not having any of it. Takes down 2. Doesn't get a 3rd one just yet. Second peek, he gets down GMX, and it's going to be SF left. The guy who was holding mid versus 4 Titan players. Kenny S takes him down as well. And
I think that was 4 for Kenny.
Yeah, that was at least 4. Yeah, he's just...
that was a 5 kill there. We got the
ace
coming out from Kenny. And would you expect anything less than that? Kaylee going to pick himself up an AWP as well.
Kelly wants to join the fun. He's not going to let Kenny S have all the highlights every week.
So here we go now. I'm going to get to see Titan's full-blown setup here with the double orbs. We got a huge presence from Titan on mid. Love to see that. Kaylee taking one down over on B Storage with his AWP. Kenny S with his orb over at the A site. And they get the 3 guys in mid. That's how they want to play this. And Epsilon so far are faltering to the prowess of their French counterparts. And of course, you know, just running and gunning with those pistols. Not much more to do. So nice little kill scream with that P250, man. The P250 is like fairly accurate at the mid ranges. It's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, it's excellent, and the recoil is quite rewarding as well. It's
it is good.
Quite lenient.
And Scream actually picking off 2 kills there. We can see that that's not going to have a huge impact because they are so damn rich right now. They've had so many clean rounds. But at the moment, you know, Epsilon really are in trouble here. They've got to start pulling rounds together. FXU are going to pick up this orb. He hasn't been successful on his mid timings just yet. So he's going to go for the timing on A. See what he can get there. He's going to be up against Kenny S if he decides to try to go aggressive. But he's not going for that. You can see it. You can see this setup. This is the setup they like. And I really like this too. It's the aggression.
They are just shutting the map down.
Yep.
I mean, again, we saw the double AWP set up from Fnatic, and this is just a great map for it, as we're seeing here from the Titan side.
Yeah, there's so many ways to play this map, and Kenny S going to pick off the stray players trying to get an angle through A main. But where is Kenny S standing? That's the game they're playing, because Kenny S isn't going to miss, so you better guess right. And new angle for him. Even if SF knew, he still goes down. Kenny S with another huge kill there over on A main, just shutting Epsilon down at every single turn. It seems as if the one thing that they can't do against Titan right now is ever win the pick war, even against any player. It seems like they're getting kind of demolished there.
Well, I mean, with 2 AWPs, you need to smoke them off. You need to deny them the vision. From when you're in A main, it's hard to get an angle where you can smoke off quad on A site. But you can have someone near truck, throw that smoke, and then go towards door. So really, we need to see the set plays from Epsilon. That may not exist just yet because it's such a new lineup. I mean, these guys have really been thrown together. Like compared to the adjustments made from the other 2 teams, where you've got the partnerships of, say, NBK and Smiths, for example. You really don't have that strongly in this Epsilon lineup yet because they're so new. So that may be a shortcoming of a brand new team, is the lack of set plays that we're seeing here to take off, to smoke off. But I mean, generally they should have an idea of how you do it anyway, so it should still be doable, actually, even if it's a bit rough compared to how it normally would be.
As like a default setup, this is the setup from CTs that I think is the strongest as a default, because you have all that mid presence that's really hard. Because you can swarm the AWPers, but like you said, the best way to do it is with really good grenades. You can't go for the picks, man. Especially against players of this caliber, it's going to be difficult, and you need the grenades to help you out. But let's see if Epsilon are able to pull off any action in this round. They're taking it slow again, working out their options. They have a player pushed in B storage. But Titan, they're being relatively passive at this point. They're not too close on mid. They're changing it up slightly. So Epsilon are going to have to really work for this. They need a good set play to come in. They're going to go for a bit of a mid take here. Just trying to push on, and that looks like the B split is about to commence. That's what they're going for, at least. Can they get it?
All very sensitive games here. 30 seconds remaining, and the bomb is around the B bomb site. But we'll see if they can actually get the bomb down here. Apex gets to pick on Uzi. Resistance takes that scream. Kenny S on FXU. Maniac on SF. They all fell like flies in the space of 5 seconds. And I did want to just quickly point out that, you know, we will be casting the American games later on tonight. And one difference we see is how the Americans, they really know their wall banging angles, and you see a hell of a lot of wall banging through the door on the T side of Cash, whereas what we've seen today so far in these 2 matches is we're not really seeing any wall banging whatsoever. The Europeans preferring to not reveal their position for as long as possible.
Nice pop flash from Existence, gets the peek here. Perfect timing there from Existence. Gets the double with the spray, looking for the 3rd. Doesn't get it though, but here comes Kenny through the vents with that AWP. Pulls out the pistol, and it looks like a very dead Epsilon team. Again, Scream left to do so much, but he just doesn't have it left in him to take down an entire team. And I just can't emphasize enough how much I love Titan's setup here. It's so good. And
every terrorist side we've seen so far on Cash, this being the 3rd, has been completely shut out of the game. So we have to bear that in mind with what we're seeing here as well. But Epsilon will definitely need more than 1 round here if they are going to have enough of a buffer to mount a counter-offensive on the counter-terrorist side.
And the thing about that point as well is that all the CT sides we've seen have actually played it very differently too. So every single team has played the CT like, quite differently. And so that's quite interesting too. And already Epsilon losing a player. I mean, they're going for these peaks and they're just getting out-aimed, it seems, at this point. The aim drills are not working out for them. You see this surely shouldn't go too well. Kaneas will whiff the shot and actually take a dink there, so he goes down pretty low and retreats towards the A-bomb site. So now he can fortify that and kind of leave mid up for grabs. They do have vent rooms as well, so they...
Oh no, did you see that smoke? He ran into his teammate. Sorry to interrupt you there. He ran into his teammate. He was throwing the smoke to smoke off the truck angle on the A main, but he ran into his teammate and it just hit the barrels in front of him instead.
But they have to go for it now. They're committed. That's the bad thing. But then this re-smoke, oh, it's so difficult. They have it set up from mid. They got to go for it. At some point, in they come. And Apex shuts down Uzi, turns around. That leaves the opening for SF to take him out. Kenny Esto putting in work, taking down Scream on range. SF gets the kill to secure the bomb plant though, and Existence and Kaylee left in the 2-on-2. This is the first round, which really looks great for Epsilon with the bomb down. But look at this, Kaylee in the right spot at the right time. SF crawls into his X-Hair. See if FACEIT can do this on the back boxes. Bomb ticking away. Gonna go for the peak. He needs to make it a 1-on-1. Can't let them both get really close, and they are both gonna get really close. Has to pull out the CZ, and oh, it all falls apart. And FX, he knew that he had to get the peak for the 1-on-1. 2-on-1s is how you make those situations work, but FX show, he is not going to make it happen there. And 10-1 the score, that's massive.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate that Epsilon got one of their players got picked, just overextending himself. Just, I mean, against a team of 2 AWPers, he's just walking out to peek, trying to get an early shot on one of the incoming CTs, but gets picked off by the AWP, just holding the angle there. So that's unfortunate. If they tried to, if they didn't present themselves to the opponents, then they may have had a better chance of winning that round. But it is 10-1. It's 10-1 to Titan here. Epsilon running out of chances to.
He's AWPing on. It looks like they're all pushing through A main at the moment, and there's 3 players stacked on the site as well. So this is gonna be really hard for Epsilon to take it down. But GMX says no, takes down 2. Kenny S gets annihilated there by GMX as well. GMX with 3 entry kills. What a performance there! And he's looking to get more. He's hungry. There's Existence and Kaylee left. Existence coming up short now as Kaylee with that AWP is gonna cycle around through to the truck there. For those long range shots, they're going to peek him, and this time GMX gets the 4 kill. Can GMX get the ace? He's up against Existence. He has to get the ace to win the round. GMX playing the forklift dance, and he can't get it. The 4 kill, but not the 5. Did he kill enough time though? Just about. That should be the defuse, and Existence. GMX, he had to take 4 kills, and they still couldn't do it. It's so depressing.
Yeah, so close, and yet so far. 2 rounds remain on this first half for Epsilon to give themselves something to get into this round, get into this match in the second half. It is 11-1 now to Titan, just playing so strong. And again, the double AWP setup comes in. Kaylee on the B bomb site. Kenny S in mid now. He's been mid last round as well. Oh, I thought he might have gone for the shot there. The wall bang would have been nasty. Would have just been a kick in the teeth for Epsilon here, but we've got 4 people pushing towards mid for Epsilon.
Good smoke. It's definitely looking like pretty good at the moment, but they're doing this. They're going for the short push, and that's always really risky. And Apex, he's been on point, man. He's not missing those headshots with that M4, and it's a 3-on-4 now for Epsilon. So they got to try to figure out with their position now. They did gain some ground, so they have stuff to work with. But Kenny has to shut down the player in short, and Epsilon falling like flies. And I gotta say, because I get to play with Threat a lot, and he loves this map, he always shouts at us when we play with him if we like push short too much, because it's so easy. Because like if you take mid, a team, if they don't lose any players, will re-fortify A. So then short becomes like this insane choke point, and it's really hard to get up there by yourself. So he always, if you ever play with him on a FACEIT tug, don't do that.
Basically, Threat shouts at you a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Because you're breaking the rules, DDK. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, short. If you go up short, then it's dangerous. And we saw Apex. He's not missed any kills up there either.
I can imagine Threat being like, "I told you not to go up short."
Yeah. but it kind of like removes part of the advantage of taking mid as well. But that's another discussion for another time. 12-1 is the score. Titan with this setup. I would love to see them play against Virtus or Fnatic actually with this setup, because I really want to see what it can do in the hands of AWPers like Kaylee and Kenny S. Because what Epsilon haven't really been able to do so far is right now the pick battle's not working for them, and this setup is designed to basically deny the pick battles, because you've got really sick AWPers being used to their maximum potential. So you need to have those set plays with the smokes and the grenade and the flashes and so on, or you need to shut down mid hard. Those are like the two big options to try to counteract the weakness to the pick openers. So it's been tough for Epsilon. And we can see, we've had some great rounds from Scream and FXO GMX. They've been making some kills here and there, but overall, the monsters on Titan are just too much to behold at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, look at the deaths. Look at Apex. He's got three deaths.
He's playing short, by the way. He's destroying short right now, and the A and mid support.
GMX looking down to avoid flashbangs, any that come in, any pop flashes and peaks.
Oh, no.
And the nades are just not working for Epsilon. It's all going wrong. This is the nade that they tried to throw last time, but had a collision with a teammate and it went the wrong way. So we'll see how this A push goes. Bomb still patiently waiting around mid for the options, and the flank is going to come in now.
Yeah, they've tried this before, and actually last time they did this, they got smoked out on A main, which like staggered the rush, and then Titan just annihilated them. Let's see what happens this time. Last time GMX had to get a 4-kill for this to even have a chance. This time GMX gets taken down straight away. They can't even get out of A main, and that's really painful there for Epsilon. And it's these rushes are too telegraphed right now. They're being read really well by Titan, and Titan is so ready with those counter grenades.
Nip got 16-0'd by Fnatic yesterday, and this is not far off. 13-1. But again, I mean, theoretically, Epsilon could do the same to Titan on the CT side. However, they need more of a buffer than one round in order to do it. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, there's no round to falter at all. No buffer at all to falter in. We're going to see them go for that mid-take. Scream doing what Scream does, finding the headshots, and they do make it into a 3-on-2. So this is I think the best round that they've had so far. Or like, it looks like the best round they've had so far. And man up. Scream going to make his way through A main onto the site. It's a man on forklift. They don't know his position just yet. It's probably Apex. Apex has been putting in a lot of damage from that position. And Scream in the back boxes now. They still don't know that guy's on forklift. Now Scream will spot him, and there we go. Maniac, it was. He goes down. Apex left. Scream gets another headshot, man. He just hits the head. That's all he does. It is gorgeous to see, isn't it?
There was interesting meta game in that last round. FXO cleared the B bomb site with the AWP pick. However, he was there by himself and he had the bomb, so he showed the bomb to the CTs. So and the other two were in A main, so he rotated round towards A to join them. However, Titan had a player on the A bomb site and he could hear the other two running around, so they expected the bomb would rotate to meet those guys. So they had one guy stay on A and one guy stay on mid. So I just want to point out that the decision making there from both teams in that round was really good.
And a good double peek setup here with the USPs. This is like a good range for the Glock, for the USPs versus the Glocks. You don't want them up close. So that's something that's pretty nifty here from Epsilon. Plus, they can go information gathering mode, which is what they're doing right now. They need to figure out exactly what's happening, and that's what they're going to try and do. Pushing B storage. Kenny S. The frag onto SF, though. And Epsilon, they do have a man pushed. Up B storage still. GMX gets taken out. It's with his friend, backing off there, which is a questionable decision, as now B is wide open. Existence
is like Brains from the Thunderbirds. He's the one carrying all the nades, getting the best positioning for his players to execute. There's a flash coming into upper A.
Here you go, Maniac. Going to take down Scream as the bomb goes down at FXO left. And he's in a very bad position there. Well, at one point, I was surprised that at the two-man push to B storage, but then leaving a guy to push alone, because on a pistol round, it's like different to like if it was like a gun round, that makes sense. But as a pistol round, it's like kind of a weird decision. It's a strange one, and either way, Titan, man, they're all over this.
Yeah, they are beasting at the moment. They have won the pistol round, and they're looking good to put an end to this match sooner rather than later. Existence has been playing really, really well this match and has taken out Uzi in mid. An early pick there. FXO trying to put the Deagle to work. Is left on 9 HP. So he's going to retreat back towards Car. And also Director not liking to change players today, as we go to Scream, and he gets the pick, obviously on the head. And it is a 3v2 with a Titan. Basically, their remaining players are full health. FXCO with 9 HP does go down to Apex, and it's going to be Scream left on his own with an AK. So, you know, if he goes for it, it's all doable.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. What's the money like for them? Yeah, it's a really, really awkward spot. I mean, going for it and not going for it. I think going for it's the best decision for Scream. He's got full armor. Let's see what he can do. Scream going for the shots, does take down Apex on the bomb site, looking for the player on bench room. Can he actually get him? He's behind the boxes. He's being a bit awkward. Scream needs to get him down. He does it. Maniac to fall. There's one player left. Scream knows he has to be CT side. The bomb's right at the back of the site. Oh, this is a really strange angle for the bomb, but he's got no kit. Is he going to go for the hold? Surely not. No kit. No options. Scream. He had to do it. There's no time to play around. And there you go. I mean, if only he had a kit there, he could have made it happen, but it's going to be another round for Titan, looking to close it out 16-2.
Scream with an AK in a 3v1 is almost a 50-50, because his headshots are just too strong.
Yeah.
As we saw there. His headshots are just too strong. But it is Scream now with a Scout. I don't think he's been practicing the headshots with this as much as he does with the AK. They've gone for a full armor buy. CZ, Deagles, and a Scout have Epsilon. It is 15-2. They have no choice but to force fire. They're going to do the boost.
Counter boost. Oh, denied. Titan were looking for that. They were sniffing out the desperation there. They got the defensive setup. Here goes Apex once again. Apex, man, he's been hitting the shots today and absolutely crushing Epsilon. And
Apex 24-5 right now.
yeah, man, he's and Kenny S is doing
but
pretty well.
look at the Epsilon side. Scream has 18 kills. Yeah. The next to him has 7 kills. And Uzi with the singular kill in this match. It's really been a bad half for Epsilon, but you do wonder how things might have changed if they started on the CT side, because we have seen every CT team just beast on cash today.
And Epsilon just, you know, much more patient here. The CD side is much easier for Epsilon. Oh,
Still
nice
with
shot.
the headshots.
Scream, my friend. Finding the kills with the Scout. There's one more player coming in. He's going to be ready for it, looking for the jump shots. Let's look and see what can be found here. If GMX comes in from above, Scream going to find another one with that Scout. And Scream going to win the round. Scream has been instrumental to every single one of the 3 round wins that they've had. Scream has been completely instrumental.
Sometimes I wonder if Scream has up and down enabled on his mouse, or if he can only go left and right and shoot people in the head. It's like head or it's nothing, basically. But not out of it yet. Forcing Titan onto the eco is Epsilon. You know, it's not over till it's over, that's for sure. Seen some crazy comebacks before.
We saw one today.
Indeed, we saw one today.
On this map.
And again, we've got one person on the A-bomb site for Titan, with FXCO rotating back, leaving one person in mid, choosing to defend the bomb sites here. The passive play here from Titan, looking for a pick. GMX will find Kenny S first, though.
And there you go.
That's the bomb down as well, so we can expect somewhat of a rotation from the Titan players. We've got 2 people pushing A main now, and
going on with the camera right now. It's going nuts. Spazzing out on the corpse.
Oh dear. Valve, please update Auto Director.
And there's the smoke for CD spawn. Let's see if they're able to pull this one off. There's 2 players here, Existence and Kaylee. Existence with the only weapon for their side. Looks like Scream's going to headshot him away. And Existence left with the PD-50. And well, there we go. Does take down SF, but they know his position now. In comes fire from above and slumped in the corner. And
that does not look comfortable.
That's very uncomfortable indeed. And there you go, match point again. Still match point. 15 rounds to the 4 for Titan, as they are struggling with the money. So another eco going to come out from them. Epsilon, you know, going to have a chance to get some more rounds on the board. I feel like
SF's got no armor.
It's definitely much harder for Epsilon on the T side, because it's really hard to make mid-round calls, I think.
Scream or FXO could have thrown a FAMAS over to SF, and he could have bought armor, but he's opted for an M4 and no armor.
Ooh, GMX gets caught out of position, and in goes the rush. Titan could very well do this with a very, very fast take of the site. The bomb needs to go down instantly. Look at these positions for the after plant. Already taken up 2 players in B storage, 1 in vent room, and 2 on the site itself. So this is a very interesting setup here with Kaylee on the bomb site. Epsilon's SF coming in there from above. They need to make the kills happen. It's just SF left. They haven't yet dropped a player. They don't even have any armor on any of them. And there you go, flawless round. And 16-4. And that was just a complete schooling there from Titan. I love the CT